Okay, everyone, we're back with yet another vintage cube. I want to get the most out of this iteration of the cube before it's taken down. Also, I all of a sudden have a very important cube tournament to practice for. The Mox is going to be part cube, part modern, so as many reps as I can get in, the better. So funnily enough, in the last video, if you didn't watch it, you should definitely go and watch it. It was a trophy run where I started with the One Ring, and I'm gonna try and replicate that today. Let's take the One Ring out of a pack with Fetch Land, and from there, there's a big drop off. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like Delighted Halfling, I do like Hello Fountain, but let's start with the One Ring and see where that takes us. Last time it was green-based ramp. Let's see what it is this time. Okay, so at first glance, the best card in the pack is probably Fiery Confluence. Enjoy that card a lot. It is another 4-drop, though. That's not really super interesting. I can definitely be convinced to take something else. I mean, Toxic Deluge is fine, but life loss plus life loss already? Don't really like that. I guess I could speculate on the duel would be... Maybe that's a decent pickup. The duel or the confluence? Maybe it's just like bad logic to take a red duel when there's a great red card. Okay, let's take the confluence. I'm not insanely happy about starting with 4-drop and 4-drop, but it is what it is. Ooh, speaking about that, it looks like I'm gonna have to do some similar stuff this pack. So the best cards in this pack are Urza, Sneak Attack, Fractured Identity. So I'm going to take an expensive card. I might just take Sneak Attack. I already have a good red card. And if I take Urza, I mean, they're very close. So I think good tiebreaker is it's also red. Shout out to Pestermite, making it back in. Ooh, this is 4th pick in Tomb. I don't think I can say no to that. Like, Black-Red Reanimate or Sneak would be awesome. But yeah, I think I have to take this Reanimate. It's just too strong. What am I mean, I could take like a Braid and say, oh yeah, that's going to go in my red deck. But I think the power level, yeah, difference is too big here. Let's take the Entomb, see if that comes together at all. Is this Hymn to Torok? I think Hymn to Torok is like the best card in this pack, maybe with like Skyclave. Yeah, it really... It demands a lot for my mana if I'm going to play all of these cards, but I think Hymn is just straight up better than everything else here. Okay, now there's a Necromancy. Yeah, I don't think I can say no to Entomb, Hymn, Necromancy. Maybe Fiery Confluence ends up being too hard to cast in my deck, and that's the price I have to pay, but I think that's definitely worth it. Or the other way around. Maybe Hymn is too hard to cast, but we can still cast the other cards. I'm taking it over, I guess, Living Death and Urborg. There's a Splinter Twin I'm not going to take. So let's see. Dragon Rage Channeler kind of, you know, digs into the deck. But maybe we can do better. Maybe I'm supposed to take something like Chromatic Star. It's like 4-man's fixing and has some synergies along the way. What is this? This is basically a black-red artifact, synergistic, aggressive card-ish. Yeah, let's just take the Chromatic Star and move on here. Taking the Channeler wouldn't be insane either. Kind of looking for some stuff. Ooh, here's a Blood Crypt. Yeah, very nice Blood Crypt here. I'm trying to cast Hymn and Fiery Confluence. I already passed Badlands, which is sad, but... Yeah, let's say Blood Crypt. I like the Tidebinder, but I'm obviously not in a deck that can cast that card. Okay, Duress is good, because clearing a counter spell, clearing whatever removal spell is good when you're trying to cheat fatties into play. So I'm taking that over Dreadhorde. Dreadhorde is, you know, kind of hard to make work. Toxic Deluge Wield. I mean, now I'm definitely going to take it. A card like Priest is interesting because it's a reanimation card with Summoning Sickness. Okay, maybe I have to think about that. Maybe Toxic Deluge is like sideboard card, and this is a pretty good splash. I'm actually going to try this. Let's see. So Seasoned Pyromancer is the best hard here, but also harder to cast than the Detective. Let's take Seasoned Pyromancer. Like, if I get to bin a fatty with that card, it's just awesome. Now I think I take the white fixing over Blightsteel. Blightsteel is a card that is serviceable with sneak attack. Let me put it that way. But this card actually casts a, I don't know, let's call it a game winner for now. We can do the same maneuver here. Fringe playable versus a card that lets me play my Priest. Living Death or Sculler? Actually, not a trivial decision. Okay, I'm gonna try Living Death, but I might not even play it. Channeler came back, so I'm gonna put that in the maybe pile. And what are we looking at here? Good fatty, decent with sneak attack, great to reanimate. Same thing about Astral Dragon. Maybe Astral Dragon is just better. Maybe the hard-castable aspect of Titan is secondary. We can take Astral Dragon. It always leads to some stupid stuff. Fulminator Mage. I've never really understood why that card was in here. Okay, let's take Astral Dragon over Grave Titan. There's Animate Dead. Should be a perfect card, right? What are we taking it over? We're not taking it over much, which is kind of insane. Yeah, awesome. I have an Entomb already, so I want to play like an insane creature turn 2. That's everything I dream of when I get up in the morning. What do we have here? We have Broadside Bombardiers. That card is good with something like Star, like Pyromancer, like, I don't know. I guess getting rid of the One Ring is not bad. I'm not a big Bazaar guy, so maybe it's just Bombardier. Okay. And what here? So Smuggler's Copter is awesome if I can crew it. Right now I have 1, 2, 3 cheap creatures. Not ideal, not ideal. There's something like Othari. That card is, yeah, a good hardcast, solid hardcast. I'm in the Mardu colors, so not bad. But there's also this black-white land. I feel like I should actually take the land. It even has the upside of, like, milling over a creature. That puts me at 3 white sources. Yeah, this is a good time to take fixing, I believe. Okay, now there's more fixing, but there's also reanimation. I feel like I should just take reanimation. If I have Animate Dead, Necromancy, Life Death, let's just vacuum these packs of anything that's like reanimation related and see if that's enough to win. Shallow Grave, I guess, we're passing, which is kind of annoying, but that card is just more situational. Right now, it looks like it's tough to get Sneak Attack up and running, but let's see about that. Okay. Kind of bad pack here. Gix is decent if I have some cheap creatures. Doesn't look like I will have that, though. But I'm not going to pick a squee. Let's just take Gix. Okay. Here it's just a clear Blood Tithe Harvester. I'm Black-Red Reanimator, so this card is not only a 3-2 for 2 mana that can kind of get rid of some stuff, it's also Discard Outlet, so let's take that over Gurmag Angler. I like Gurmag Angler. I would play it in this deck for sure. Okay, maybe it's Interpreter time. If I can empty my hand this, or, well, close to it, this card can be insane. I can take that card. So funnily enough, if you play Black-White, Seasoned Hellblade is a good discard outlet. Just 3-1 attacker and discard outlet. That's pretty awesome. I'm not big on talismans unless I have artifact synergies, so... And I wield the Grave Titan. Okay. That's pretty good news. Probably don't play the Gix, let's see. Okay, Grave Titan it is. Sheldargile. I'm not going to play that card, that's the thing. But it is, I mean, it's pretty awesome. So, what about Rootwalla? Do I have any... No, this is not good, Rootwalla deck. I might play Unearth. Actually, I have a decent amount of creatures that's good with Unearth. Because it's good with... My deck, it's good with Unearth because, like, my creatures are good with Unearth because my creatures are good, right? So, if they get killed, it's good. I missed this the first go-around, but this is actually a decent enabler, I would say. These cards aren't good. I'll take Evolve Sleeper. Oh, here I'll actually take Epicure over the fixing. I think now I have enough cards to get rid of fatties from my hand. I have Epicure. I have Harvester, I have Demand Answers, I have Seasoned Pyromancer, I have Interpreter. So now I can kind of focus on the fatties, I feel like. So I'm looking for fatties, I'm looking for tutors, I'm looking for Time Walk, I'm... Ugh! Is this going to be the first time in history that I've passed a Time Walk? In a deck, I mean, or in a pack with no other power? I have 0 fixing. You can count Chromatic Star as half a fixer. My deck wants a tutor to have more Entombs, more Animate Deads, more sneak attacks, you name it. Ugh. This is extremely close, because if I pick the Time Walk, and I can relatively easy get into a situation where my mana can cast it, that's the better card. I just feel like Vampiric is just so good right now. I'm gonna take the Vampiric Tutor, and I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready to catch all the heat here. Oof. Boy. Okay, we move on. Next pack. Atraxa, Insane Fatty with both Reanimation and Sneak. Don't think I can pass on that. There's also Scrubland I would love to play. I like to play Magda, but I mean, Atraxa, come on now. Very, very nice addition to the deck. What do we have here? We have a Through the Breach. Is this time for a redundancy? What am I taking it over? I'm taking it over Godless Shrine. That's very reasonable. I'll take Through the Breach. This is kind of funny. Now I need, like, a bit... Ooh, nice Reanimate. Now I need more fatties. I have a lot of ways to produce a fatty, but not a lot of actual great, big cards. Yeah, I can't pass Reanimate here. Mere Battlesphere is a tier 2 payoff card anyway, but I need to get there. That's the thing. I need to get there. Okay, so let's look at the playable count. The thing is, I'm already approaching like a full deck, but I have a lot of cards that can be upgraded, so I need to take that with a pinch of salt. That being said, is it better to bolster my White Splash than take a Cavern Bat? I think it is. I'm going to take Sacred Foundry here, and I really need a good fatty. Come on, deck. Or draft, I guess. Not the deck. The deck looks fine. There's Urza Saga, but I have a bad Urza Saga deck. No artifacts, basically. I have a little bit of blood going on, and only Chromatic Star to go get. So I don't think I'm taking Urza Saga here. I might take Grim Lavamancer for the sideboard. That could be good against, like, creature stuff. Let's see what this is. This is like standalone, bad Rebel Master, etc. I could take Anger here, but I don't think I'm going to play it. Let's take Lavamancer for the sideboard. I need one more fatty to be, like, super confident in this deck. I can't believe I passed the Time Walk. That's a legendary moment right there. That's my biggest fear going into the mocks. It's like some situations where it'll just like haunt me. Like so close decisions. So let's see. Emrakul is nothing to write home about. It's like just a big creature. What about this Archfiend? Archfiend could be okay. I have many ways to discard it, and it's kind of a big good creature. I can take it over Cut Down and Concealing Curtains. It looks like I'm not getting there on the big boy. Okay, we can take one more Surveil land. I think they're awesome. Is Bauble any good in my deck? I don't think so. We can take it. Okay, so Entomb and Vampiric Tutor, those two cards are going to carry a lot of weight here. Through the Breach and Sneak Attack. That's a lot of stuff when I don't have that much stuff that's worth, putting into play. Do I take the Scrubland? I have, like, infinite fixing then. Let's see, 9. Yeah, I can do that. I don't think I need playables. The Virtue. Virtue's not terrible, but funnily enough, I have 5 cards here I can consider. That's kind of insane. I don't need fixing. Virtue. very, very late, I mean, 7-drop. Maybe I just take Ophiomancer. Now I can take that card. The Bat Wield. Okay, I might play it. Maybe I might play the Curtains. This is kind of funny. Oof, this is going to be a tough deck to build, I feel like. Is it insane to cut my White Splash? I don't know. Okay, so I definitely need all of these fatties. Like, how serviceable is this as... I guess it's fine. Sneak and Breach. Seems like a lot. So let's see. Chromatic Star I don't have to play. It's kind of a random card. Now I have... okay, so on Earth seems decent. The Hand Disruption I just found, maybe that's good as well. Oh boy, this is going to be tough. Because Sneak and Breach, how good are they? I feel like I'm almost never going to be in a position where, oh, I put multiple creatures into play. Maybe I cut Sneak Attack. Is that crazy talk? Because the thing is, my Reanimation is pretty solid. I have Reanimate, Vamp Tutor, Animate Dead, Necromancy, Entomb. And to discard from hand, I have Demand Answers, Epicure. I could actually cut that card. I have Harvester. I have Seasoned Pyromancer. Yeah, right now, if I just add 8 lands, I'm on 15. I want to get to 16. So basically, I'm trying to find out what do I remove. I feel it could be... it just seems insane to cut. This is even an unearth card. This is actually super solid. I've never seen this card before. This is actually super solid. And it looks like I want to play the Surveil lands. I don't mind playing those cards anyway. Maybe I get rid of, like, Triome. And I play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe that's good. But I still have to cut a spell, I feel like. Unearth is... I mean, the thing about Unearth is, if something like Bombardier or Interpreter gets killed, Pyromancer, whatever, I can just Unearth it and it's solid. Am I really cutting Sneak Attack? I mean... yeah, I think I just... yeah, I just cut Sneak Attack from my deck. It's actually quite insane. Okay. So, let's see. How much black do I have already? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I mean, let's just get to... let's get to 9. I mean, 10 in a perfect world, but I don't think that's going to do it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, red. Yeah, I have to go 8 red, 9 black, and it's actually kind of iffy, mana base with, you know, Hymn to Torok. That's another route I can go. I can, like, ease the red mana, if that makes sense. That would mean getting rid of Seasoned Pyromancer and Confluence in order to add 1 more Swamp. And then maybe I can play something like Ophiomancer Gix. Those cards are not ideal, but kind of helps the mana. 1, 2, 3. Now I have 10-8, I believe. Or 10-7. And now I have 10-7. These cards with cheap stuff can kind of run away with the game. Stabilize until the cavalry shows up. But these cards... yeah, I don't think I can do it. I need to add those back. Okay. I'll submit this, and yeah, Sneak Attack in my sideboard. I passed Time Walk. Ooh, this is not my favorite draft for sure. So many tough decisions. Let's see how the game goes. Thanks for watching so far. Okay, here we are for round 1. I'm playing Black-Red Reanimator with Sneak Attack in the sideboard. I'm definitely not proud about that. Let's see what this hand can do. We can duress, then we can kind of sit and wait. At some point, we can interpret whatever's going on. Okay, that's probably good for me. What am I looking at here? I'm looking at a one-lander with turn 1 channeler. So if the opponent can rack some lands in a row, I'm in trouble. The cool thing is, if the opponent finds like some whatever spells, they might mill over creatures. Demand answers. Huh. Interesting. So, do I play that card and get rid of something? Maybe I don't have time to sit around here. Maybe I can give it like one turn? The opponent did find a land. This is unfortunate. What I could do here is demand answers the interpreter. Maybe I just do that. Mm-hmm. There's a One Ring. That's going to be a great play next turn. So, yeah. So, it would be kind of nice if my... Okay, never mind. And one thing I didn't think about until now is the Questing Beast makes it so the One Ring protection doesn't work. But I think our only way to win this game is if the opponent doesn't know that. So let's play the One Ring. There's a Vampiric Tutor, which, funnily enough, doesn't do anything right now, I believe. Tracker. Yet, okay, now I really have to think, because... Ooh, the opponent did not attack! That's huge! So let's see. What I can do here is take my 1 damage off the ring, draw 2 cards on upkeep, see what I draw, then think about Vamp Tutor. Probably supposed to do that either way. Double Swamp. Okay, it looks like I'm supposed to go for Fiery Confluence. It just doesn't do anything long term, but I think I have to do it to not die. Vampiric Tutor. Fiery Confluence. Two damage to each creature. Let's see, like this. 2 damage to each creature. Dead, dead, dead. Yeah, so I would just be stone dead if the opponent attacked last turn. The thing about Questing Beast is it says combat damage that would be dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented. Yeah, this is tough, because now I'm going to take 5. So now I need to find a Trax, I guess, something along those lines. I'm at 4. Ring puts me to 2. There's a bat. Let's draw cards. There's a Traxa. So now I have... Am I supposed to do that on the opponent's attack? Probably am. So... I don't even know if I survived this. Guess we see. Yeah, that was a beating. So funnily enough, me looking at the opponent's hand made this a bit harder to deal with, which is kind of funny. It shouldn't really be that way, right? Ooh. Double Strike. Ruh-roh. Great card. So maybe that doesn't change anything. Double Strike. Maybe that's fine for me. I don't know. Maybe I still just die. Let's see. Let's count this out. I block this. I go to 9. Yeah, I still just die. Okay, whatever. Okay. The double strike attacker was kind of nasty. Okay, so I got run over. Can we do anything about that? There's definitely some life loss cards in here that I have to think about. Reanimate is too strong, but maybe the life death? But it's just part of turn 1 Entomb, turn 2 life death, so let's not do anything about that card. Maybe like the Interpreter. Like getting to empty my hand against that deck is maybe too slow. I also think Ophiomancer is just good at buying time. What do we get rid of? Is it Through the Breach? Could be. Kind of a slow card. I kind of need to reanimate to stay in the game. Wow. Okay. I didn't expect to just get run over there, but that does happen, of course. Okay, this hand is a keep. I can go turn 1 Vamp, turn 2 Entomb, turn 3 Necromancy, turn 4 Confluence. So I need the game to not get completely out of hand, and then I'll make an Atraxa most likely. Empiric Tutor or Entomb. Then I'm going to end step Entomb, play Atraxa, refill my hand. Robber. Yeah, cool. I have fewer cards than my opponent, so there isn't any like weird fail rate here that my opponent hits Atraxa or something off this trigger. Atraxa, the Grand Unifier. Hopefully some good ones here. Okay, so easy enchantment. Let's go with that for creature. Let's go with that for sorcery. What about land? Some untapped land is probably good, so I just put 4 good cards in a hand here. And you're up. So now the opponent probably can't kill the Atraxa, but maybe they can kill the Necromancy. And then Animate Dead just destroys the opponent. So attack. And Fiery Confluence those away. If I do that, my creature dies to something like Dismember, I guess, but I think that's very, very reasonable. So let's see. 2 damage to each creature, 2 to the opponent. The opponent has a prowess spell that lives. Maybe I just go like that. I think that's fine. Maybe though, maybe I was just I drew demand answers. Maybe I was just supposed to, discard Grave Titan, reanimate Grave Titan, and that's all she wrote. Chandra, finding a pump spell, I believe. Yeah, Royal Treatment. Nice Duress. Play that card out. See what's going on over there. Nothing, just some creatures. All right. So I can go discard Grave Titan. Attack Chandra. Go to 28. Let's play Swamp. Animate Dead. Pass. Yeah, red green monsters is scary. Like, it goes super fast. I was lucky to have turn 3 attracts on the play. I think that'll do it most of the time. But yeah, that deck puts on a lot of pressure, so that's why I sideboarded with, a little bit of Lavamancer, a little bit of Ophiomancer, to try and, stem the bleeding a little bit. The question is if I can do anything more to kind of not die, but I'm not sure. There's a card like Hymn to Torg, which maybe isn't ideal, but my sideboard isn't that great either. Yeah, I feel like I just keep these cards. Let's see if we can find one more good draw. Yeah, I think this deck is pretty awesome. Maybe I'm like one fatty short or something. I mean, I guess I must be since I have Sneak Attack in the sideboard and I don't mind sideboarding out through the Breach either. This hand is fine. It has an Entomb, so that means we have potential. Ooh, talk about potential. Black Lotus is definitely something that can swing the pendulum. And he'd actually, my opponent showed a lot of cards that are good, like off a Lotus. I think this is good off a Lotus, but it could be worse from my point of view. So let's see. That's not a reanimation spell. I feel like what I'm supposed to do now is go upkeep, entomb the Atraxa, draw, see if that's a reanimate. If it is, great. If it's not, I can play Surveil Land and look even further. This could be an issue. The opponent's discarding 2 4-drops. Okay. Sharp-Eyed Rookie is definitely like a beatable card. You can like stabilize against that card. But yeah, time is ticking here. Tracks us now in the yard. I don't draw Reanimate. I go look for the Reanimate or the Necromancy, Animate Dead, etc. Table is now flipped, and yeah, time is really ticking. It's unclear if that One Ring is even going to help me this game. Let's see. Tracker, growing the Rookie. I'm now at 13. This is turn 3. The opponent has infinite cards in play. Land, yeah. Okay. It looks like we got destroyed handily by red-green in 2 games and did the same to them in 1 game. Now the opponent can make a... They could have made a copy of Tracker, but it looks like they just have a better play, so... Okay, Chandra, 11. I think this is exactly lethal? I think this is exactly lethal, actually. Now it's not exactly lethal. If the opponent just makes a copy of a 3-power creature and gives me 2 damage with Chandra, I'm dead here. Maybe I'm just... No, I'm not dead. But I don't think I can take advantage of the fact that I'm not dead, though. That's just impossible. But yeah, the opponent missed lethal there. Sometimes you have, you're so far ahead it doesn't matter. But in order to, stay sharp for when it would matter, it's just nice to... I always try and slam the door and go from the 99% to 100%. I think it's a good way to just make sure you always try and stay sharp. So obviously, at least 99 times out of 100, you still win. But I still think it's good to think about. The One Ring kept me in it, but yeah, all of these lands, definitely not going to be enough. Okay, that'll do it. We got run over by red-green. That's how it is sometimes. My deck has great potential, but you still need to draw the right cards and make the right choices in the game, so we play on. Let's see if we can get a win on the board. Round 2. Let's see if we can get some redemption here. Okay, this hand is cool because I'm on the draw, meaning I can go turn 1, go to cleanup, discard Grave Titan, turn 2, reanimate it. That's going to be my plan here. So basically, I don't care about any other cards than land, Grave Titan, reanimate. These cards are just random cards that make sure I have the right hand size to make my play. They could you know, be relevant in the game. Let's see about that. Turn 1 Ragavan is annoying. Grave Titan gone. Also, the colors here. Bad things can happen. If the opponent can flip animate dead here, that would actually be hilarious. The opponent flips mountain. They get a treasure token for their trouble. I'll try and reanimate a Grave Titan. Succeed. Opponent will kind of have to deal with this 6/6, or could be all she wrote. I don't have a second land, though. Very all in here. I'm playing black-red Belcher. Is this fire? Oh, Toxic Deluge for 6. Okay. So the opponent... Ooh, nice draw. The opponent doesn't have many cards in hand, I was about to say, so let's take a look at that hand. If I ever draw a third land, I can do it all over. That's funny. So I'm going to let my opponent have the Time Walk. That is funny. So funnily enough, could this be the player I drafted against? With... Did I take the Toxic? I don't think I did. Let's see. This is funny. Like Badlands, Time Walk, Toxic. I don't know. Just some of the cards I saw in my draft. Through the Breach. Very bad card. So I have no plays. Get in for 1. The opponent Time Walked into a Tarmogoyf, so not the end of the world. Decent play, which, funnily enough, gets rid of Necromancy. Gets rid of Necromancy. Eh? What is that? What does that change? What if I go Broadside Bombardier, attack for 3. One is at 8. Second main. I fling the bat at the Liberator. When it gets back Lightning Bolt, will kill Broadside end of turn. I think that's a good play. The other play was Priest, lose some more life, etc. I think this is okay. There's even the argument that I'm winning this race. Okay, maybe I just pass here. Tough decision. Because I can do what I talked about. I could do that next turn, so might as well wait, I guess. Ooh. That card changes things a lot. Now I get kind of punished for my decision in the worst possible way. I am 1 land away from just destroying my opponent with Fiery Confluence, though. That is not the land, unfortunately. So maybe I... What happens if I attack with this card? Then my opponent's at 6. Then I play Necromancy. The opponent responds. Kills Bombardier with Bolt. We have 2/2/2s afterwards. If I play a creature first main phase, my opponent will kill the Bombardier. What a interesting game. Okay, the opponent is not going to let me attack. I think I just forced the issue on the Liberator, even though it doesn't feel very good. This is a tricky game. I'm sad I got punished for waiting, but it was just ahead, and I was hitting for like lifelink stuff. Oh, this is how it works. It works like newer cards, where if this gets killed, it doesn't even get to reanimate it. That sucks. It says if it's on the battlefield, right? So it kind of checks. That's a bad play by me. Yeah, that's a bad play. Okay. I didn't give myself a chance that game. So I need to hit something on the Carnage Interpreter. Let's have a look at the deck. What can I hit? Like, creature, I guess? This is terrible. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm not even drawing the cards. I'm messing around here. I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay. We lost that game. That was sad. I was doing great. But then I wasn't doing too great. And then the Liberator kind of caught me off guard. Yeah, I wish I made the other play. At the time, it wasn't that obvious because I was winning on board. But I mean, the opponent drew the Bowmasters that really changed up things. Okay, so I'm playing against some aggressive stuff, but that should be beatable. I have like a good broken game plan. Let's see if we can draw that into the deck. Let's bounce back. This hand is funny because it's just like one swamp and we're most likely crushing our opponent. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand, but whew. I think I don't play land turn 1 because if I draw swamp next turn, my plan is still turn 3 something. Yeah, Thoughtseize is so good here. Thoughtseize makes my play punishes my play a lot. Lots of stuff going wrong this draft, or this video rather. I'm not sure if I brought it upon myself or just got unlucky. It can be kind of hard to think about in the moment. So I don't have any reason to like try and get to clean up now. I think I should duress my opponent. There's a time walk, there's a virtue. I don't care too much about the virtue. Let's see. Maybe I just take the time walk. Virtue can kill like Bombardier later. Okay. Fair enough. Let's take that. Let's take the card the opponent can actually cast. Do I put a Trax in my yard here? I could see that. I don't have that many like good 2-drops I can draw. I'm talking about upkeep here. The opponent drew, yes, the opponent drew that forest. I think I'm supposed to upkeep here and try and find a reanimation spell before it's all over. That is, by definition, a reanimation spell before it's over. Okay, so the opponent's play is develop tap land, get Hexdrinker to 4/4. On Earth. Fair enough. I'm gonna go to 9 here, go find what exactly? I can go Swamp, Bat, that's kind of decent. Swamp, Bat, and do I want him to Torok? Maybe him to Torok is quite strong. I can't do anything else. Done. Play land. Play bat. Pest Infestation could be annoying. Eternal Witness could be annoying. So maybe I just go... Witness Thoughtseize. How bad would that be? Maybe not that bad. Maybe I go Infestation is not that good either. Okay, let's go Witness. And then kind of force the opponent to beat my Flying Lifelinker. I have 8 Flying Lifelink damage here. Okay. So their plan is to level up and pass here. Do I have lethal? Let's see. I think I have lethal here. Bombardier, attack for 9, fling the Atraxa. Yeah. That card just kills out of nowhere. Okay, so we managed to present an Atraxa and win the game. After passing the turn 1 without any plays. And getting Thoughtseized. So yeah, Cube is a lot of roller coaster up and down. Living Death. 5 mana, kill everything. Do I want a card like that? Can I empty my hand fast enough for the Interpreter? Maybe that card is not that good. Who knows? Like I've seen a lot of people say it's very strong, and I can see. Let's say I play like have a little bit of acceleration. Maybe I have like a Grief or a Fury, or like all of those cards can kind of make this card stronger. But maybe as a pure discard outlet, it's not that good. Who knows? I'm not the best at evaluating new cards, to be honest. So now I put Living Death in. So I put Grim Lavamancer in, that's the thing. Grim Lavamancer. Are you good enough to play? Maybe you're better than Living Death. Like, very, very late. I don't think my 16 land deck makes my first 5 land drops all the time anyway, so... Let's try this. I'm on the draw game 3 here. Trying to avoid the O2 with what looks to be an awesome deck. Oh yeah, we keep this hand because we have a lot of like filtering, so this could be anything. I get to see a bunch of new cards. I'm gonna play the Swambat to make my opponent scared of the Instep Entomb. It's like very minor, but there is a case where the opponent decides to go for like a desperate high risk play versus some consistent good play. Or the other way around where, oh, I'm holding up Mana Leak from turn 2 because I don't want to get reanimated on, right? So it's just slightly better. Okay, nice Kabu. I think the move here is to go Harvester. I did draw the Reanimation, which is cool. So this is Graveyard Hate, I believe. Yeah, when it attacks, it's Graveyard Hate. I don't have infinite life to work with. For Kavu, a little bit of card selection. That's awesome. Shock damage into Liberator. Okay. What can we do now? We can Vamp Tutor. I can present a big creature next turn. Maybe do I kill the Liberator? Let's see. Um. mm, mm, mm. If I kill the Liberator, the opponent can kill my blood in response. How do I feel about that? Hmm. Okay, this is a bit of math going on here. I think I want to force that trade. Then I take 4 more damage. I'm down to 12. I vamp down to 10. Then reanimate the Atraxa, go down to 3 next turn, which is really not ideal to be at 3 life. I think it's my best bet. All right, let's try. The thing about this situation is I kind of have to crack the blood in response. That's fine. So let's see. This is my turn 3. I need to Vampiric Tutor this turn. I can discard Swamp, that's fine. Draw into that card, sure. Now I pass, set up instant Vampiric Tutor, Atraxa. Demand answers, away the Atraxa. Hope to find enemy dead to not lose the life, but if I don't, I can life death. Yeah, this is tough times. This is probably going to be too much life loss, if I had to guess. 12, 10 from the pump spell. That's kind of awesome if my opponent's finding lethal with a pump spell. Okay. I think that card is beatable because I have a blocker with lifelink. But I don't think I can beat much else. Go to 10. Yeah. Atraxa it is. Discard Atraxa, draw some cards. I don't find the painless reanimation. Develop white because why not? Go to 3. Fill my hand with stuff. I like Necromancy as an enchantment. Maybe it's a good combo with that. So let's see, enchantment, instant. Let's see. Tomb, Necromancy, that means I'm tapped out. I can't play him, but I could play Duress next turn. Take land, because why not? Take creature, leave Grave Titan in the deck. Is that correct? Probably not. Take the Grave Titan. Done. I could even discard the Grave Titan if I wanted to. I'm definitely going to discard tap land. And then I have to discard one more card. Oh, Astral Dragon is in hand. Okay, let's discard Astral Dragon. Because I think Astral Dragon is going to be a better reanimation target on average here. Okay. Lightning Bolt will do it. We, yeah, I feel like I did my best. Got destroyed. Sometimes you just have a deck and you're like, okay, this deck looks sick, let's do it. And you just get destroyed. To be fair, I'm not sure I played perfectly. And I think the scenario in game 1, I think I win that an absurdly high percentage of the time. Bowmasters was like the perfect kill my 1/1, put some power into play. Like that was the perfect foil to that plan. But I think keeping the Bombardier and bet on the battlefield that turn was a good move. But yeah, who knows? Maybe it was a bad move. I mean, it sure didn't end well, right? So yeah. So we 0-2 with a strong deck, but I think it's very important to also showcase that, you know, Magic Online players don't win all the time, or like a reason why Cube is awesome, because you can have a great deck on paper, still get crushed. You can have a terrible deck and still do well. So the games still have to be played, and Cube is always awesome. Even when you die a horrible death to Lightning Bolt, when you have everything in hand and Atraxa in play, that's just what happens. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy the losing videos as much as the winning ones, just like I do. And yeah, we'll see you back for more sweet magic. Bye, guys.